The new Terrorbird mod has just dropped in Path of Titans, and after many of you requesting it, I present to you the best Kelenken. Wait, is it Kelenken? How do you say the name? Kelenken. I present to you the best Terrorbird build. So for our sense, we're going to go for attack. You'll understand more later, but with our playstyle, that 3% increased damage is going to really help. On our head slot, Bite is already equipped, and we're also going to use Bludgeon. These two abilities make a really nasty 3-piece combo that I'll show you all in a minute. We're also going to be using Feather Fan. It's a really helpful ability while you're tail riding and just nipping in and out, which is exactly how we play, and it's super handy for getting out of tight situations. We're also going to equip Kick. There's not really much use for Kick, but the occasional kick won't hurt. You know, it'll switch up the playstyle. Maybe you can land a free hit because they're not expecting it. The last ability we're going to add is Steady Claws. It increases our turn radius, and that's always helpful in PvP. To be honest, this is quite an interchangeable one. You could use the other options, but the green one is terrible. You don't need less full damage because you already don't take much. And an increase in speed, maybe you can make it work. I've just found Steady Claws to be the most beneficial. That is what the final build should look like. For all my PlayStation players, I really suggest using those button layouts. Here's that combo that I was talking about. It goes Bite, Bludgeon, Bite. It's fractionally slower than Bite, Bite, but it mixes in an extra ability, and with the way we're going to be attacking, it means we're going to get out more damage and bleed. In the background right now, you see Kelenken versus PT Rex. If I'm being honest, this fight is exploiting. I'm hiding under the hitbox of the tail and just biting the legs. No matter how hard the PT Rex tries, he's not going to be able to hit me if I play well enough. This is basically cheating, so I'm not going to be including any other clips like this, and I don't encourage you to play this way. Now we've got that out the way, let's get on to some reasonable fights. This video is going to be a slightly different style than my others. I'm going to be giving tips and commentating the fights as they happen to give you guys a better understanding of how to use the build. My strategy against this Metri is to do these little face tank segments. So I run in, I don't care where I am, I just run into the Metri, do that little combo and then back out. Because that combo produces more damage than that Metri will be able to get off while I'm up against him. So I can just keep doing those face tank segments and eventually he'll die. Against an Andrewsarchus, it's a different story. Now we can't do those face tank segments, we have to be careful with his attacks. If he bone breaks me, I won't be able to escape and I'll easily die. So we're going to play more like a Utah, nipping in and out, doing bites and then running off. Against dinos where you have to be careful with their attacks, so you know, bone break or charged attacks, the combo is less effective. You don't have enough time to run up against them and get off the full combo, so you're probably just going to want to stick to bites. But that's okay, because the sole purpose of this build is to do more damage and be able to turn quicker. Now this is a very different clip from the others. I usually try to include fair fights, but this is such a one-sided fight, it's not even funny. Asako tries to ambush me and I easily escape it. But with him stranded on land, I'm able to show you guys just how fast and how much damage the Kelenken can do. Now before you hate on this guy in the comments, this was filmed on Hell's Realm Deathmatch. So I'm sure this guy would rather fight than just run back to the water. Look at the speed of these attacks here. The damage is piling up so fast that this Sarco has no chance. Now let's fight something bigger. Mape was the only mid-tier I managed to beat. I tried to fight an Allo. I could bring a Pike Node to death scars every time, but I just couldn't kill them. But this Mape clip, wow, it was sweaty. I'm gonna probably just be quiet and let you guys enjoy this one. This is another fight that highlights the Utah-like playstyle. You guys are all familiar with Utah, so this should be a decently easy concept to grasp. But what I like about Kelenken's twist on the Utah playstyle is that you can stay in for so much longer. Like against this Sarah, I'm just in. I'm in, biting his tail, tanking it, don't care. Don't care about normal bites. I only have to be careful of those charged bites. Now, you might be saying, well, Acera is just raw damage. How does Kelenken fare against bleed? Well, let me show you. This fight against the Concavinator, spoilers, is much closer. Of course, the usual rules still apply. I need to be careful of that ripping kick, because as good as Kelenken is, enough bleed will destroy this build. Like I just said, bleed is really strong against this build, and as you can see on my health bar right now, I am currently bleeding out. If I don't secure this fight soon, I'm gonna die. This fight and the Mape fight have been my closest yet, and the one thing they both have in common is they both used bleed. Now this fight. If I'm being honest, there's really nothing I can teach here. I'm fighting a turd with legs, so take everything you see with a grain of salt. Even after fighting this creature, I still don't really know what it does. Is it a bleeder? Is it mainly focused on damage? I really don't know. If you guys could tell me in the comments, that'd be greatly appreciated. And once again, please don't hate on this guy in the comments. Yeah, maybe he wasn't the best, but it's a new mod, so I thought I'd just include this clip so you could see how the build fares against it. That's all I've got for you guys today. If you enjoyed, maybe consider liking, subbing and joining my Discord? Nah, I'm joking, you ain't gotta do all that. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.